So this is my setup. Got my Honda Ridge line and got my boat right here. This is a Kaku Zulu. It is made by a guy out of Tarpon Springs, and it's a great little boat. I can go, you know, in all kinds of salt water. And this seat right here is attached, so it's attached to the rail system here and right here. This is meant to go with the boat. It's super strong, super sturdy, saltwater resistant, and as you've seen before, maybe there are times that I sit on top of the seat or even stand on the seat to fish. Then I've got other parts that I'll show you in a second and how I set this thing up and strap it down onto my boat. Some of you asked the question, how do you get an almost 13-foot kayak in your small truck? Well, here's how I do it. So this is the plan. This is how I set up, and I have this T-piece that goes underneath. Right now there's a airboat on the way, and he'll be making his way out here shortly. So I'll try to get out of the way and show you more in a second. All right, so here's my setup. My Ridge line is a pretty cool little trunk. It opens up, and all this is waterproof and such, and deep, and it's awesome. So because I've got to have a way to get out there right now, this is how I do it. So I'll show this when I get it set up. All this pulls out and shoves in like this, and then it turns into something I can put my kayak under. Super heavy duty, and I can move it out, so I'll show you that shortly. All right, so here's my setup. So I've got a push pole in here that I can use. I can also use it as a second anchor. That's why I have that rope attached to it, and I can attach it to the boat. I've got a paddle in case things go wrong. My motor doesn't work. Got this fish stick that I can, you know, check the length on the fish. Obviously a net, very important as I catch bigger fish. This fish bag right here, made by Buffalo Gear, fairly economical. It's a good bag, holds ice pretty much all day. I stick this on the front, and then I put my iPhone on that to take some pictures and some video. I strap things on the front, and then I will pull that out that way. It is on these wheels made by Kayak that I mentioned to you are pretty heavy duty and good stuff. Grateful for the Kayak crew, and that's good stuff right there. They very, very strong, help me get out. Got some pliers set up right here. Got an extra box for some video camera stuff. Have my Epic 100 amp hour battery, lithium ion battery, good battery, doing great for me. Has Bluetooth attached so I can tell percentage of what I've got going on. Have a extra pulley here that I have attached here to my motor. This motor, not very expensive, about $200 motor. And I have this extension pole. The extension pole I have it set up to the strap. That way, when I drop the extension pole, I don't lose it and it doesn't go in the water. It's close to where I'm at. I can put it up here and use it. And as you come back further, this pulley is attached right here. Saw somebody do this, smart idea. Drilled a hole and attached it here with this carabiner to my motor. That way, when I get to really low patches of water, I can obviously pick it up without having to try to get back here and pick the whole thing up. I can make the pull right there. I have that attached to some teeth that hold it in place. Same thing back here. I'll show you in a second. This is a pole. This is the cheap man's version of a power pole right here. That is, it didn't cost me $800 and have a motor attached and all that. This instead, it's probably, I think it's $150 and the thing's attached. And then I attach this piece and run it through, and it runs right down to here. And again, I got some teeth attached, and so I can let that loose and that pole drops in the water, and I've got an anchor. And then I've got this back pole that's set up that I bought. I think that's from Kayak as well. It is. And I've got it set up with this fisheye camera to catch some of these views, like this view right here comes from. I have a battery attached so it can run all day long. This is where I clip fish gills and bleed them out. I've got my tackle box, and so the way this works, this is from Yak Gadget. It's good stuff, and I can pull my stuff out and have it right here. I can push it back in, be ready to roll. All that's under my seat. That did not come with the boat. That's just extra accessory that is good. I have my fish grips that go on the lips of the fish, and that way when I catch them, I can put them here into the water and bleed them out, and they won't get gone on me. That's the deal. And then lastly, I've got my poles, and I'll walk you through those individually at some point, but I usually run in 4 poles and reels. All Daiwa reels, I like them a lot. a couple of BGMQs and a couple of Fuegos that are really good as well. And this Fish Strong slot machine. I have 2 of those because I broke one, so it's a little shorter than the other one. Here's my other one, and then a couple other rods that are decent, including this TFO Professional. So that's the plan. And so now my plan is to get my rear end out there and go catch some fish. That's the plan.